Greetings, Minecrafters. Let's see how long I last. It's like negative 4,000 degrees right now in northern Vermont. It's so freaking beautiful. Oh my God, it looks like the scene from Frozen, only in real time. Okay, so, let's start again. Welcome, Minecrafters. Another exciting discussion in the bitter, cold, freezing woods on Minecraft, which is all about well-being and becoming the boss of your brain. It's what we allow in the cabeza that matters, because thoughts lead to feelings, lead to action. Third, thoughts literally dictate our lives, and we do have control over them. I know many people don't fully get that. You know, is it that easy? Yes. Sorry, other way around. Is it that simple? Yes. Is that easy? No, you got to work at it like anything else. So my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am thrilled beyond imaginability to be in this winter wonderland. I'm a winter person. My little fingies are currently freezing, but it reminds me when I filmed a ski team. It's all good in the end. Okay, so we're going to talk about to not minimize, because this is another ACOA one, but you don't have to be. If you grew up in a dysfunctional family, if they didn't use substances, gaslighting is gaslighting. So that's really what I'm talking about. So if you grew up with a narcissist, as I did, I had a huge dose of narcissism in my very addicted family. But you don't have to, because other people can learn to gaslight if you're around it long enough. So in case you don't know what that is, gaslighting is a term that means when other people, in a very crafty sort of way, sort of persuade or convince you that you're the one with the problem. And narcissists are great with this. So that's not great in a good way, but just super adept at turning things around into thinking, making you think that you're the one who's crazy. I don't like that word, but that's really what's going on. Or you're the one with the problem or whatever, even if you're a 4-year-old. I mean, narcissists, we'll get into that later because they're just a tough group. But anyway, and one of the biggest ones is, don't you realize how good you have it, right? So we're talking about not minimizing. So don't you realize how good you have it? I heard that like a gazillion times. You have a roof over your head. You have food in your stomach. Okay, that's all true. It's all true. And I'm making a disclaimer that in no way I don't have it in me to be insensitive to anyone who's food and or housing insecure. That isn't the point. And yes, should we be empathetic? Yes. Should we care about other people? Yes. Should we get an action together to do something about all that stuff? Yes. Does it mean we minimize our own situation? Absolutely not. And the narcissists and the addicted crew overlap there, and the dysfunctional crews, maybe not using substances, can be really good, because remember about the whole projection thing with shame. Shame is an excruciating emotion that has us feeling defective and flawed and damaged. And it's the hot potato thing, because it's so excruciating, nobody wants to feel it. So we dump it on 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and 8-year-olds, and later on partners and things like that. And so when we are gaslighted, and there's a lot of attention drawn to how good we have it, and other people have it worse, and all these ways that they can say that, it becomes very easy to minimize our own feelings, and that is not cool. Because everyone on this planet has a right to feel how you feel. You can feel, I say this to my students, you can feel like you want to kill someone, actually, as long as you don't do it, right? Because we can't help how we feel. And you have every right to validate all the feelings you have and why you feel them and everything else. And it's not okay for anyone to take that away from you, try to persuade you out of why you feel how you feel. And the only way you can really release toxic emotions is really to feel them and validate them. To feel is to heal. Do we want to reside there? No. But do we have to feel to heal? Yes. And hopefully share your story. Share your story with safe people, because, that's how to share is to care. I'm talking a bumper sticker today, but it's really true. It's so liberating to allow ourselves to be vulnerable with safe people, because strength comes out of that. But here's the whole thing. The whole point of this video, I think it's ACOA number 9, is to not minimize your feelings. Just say no to that. It's crap. Because you have a right to feel how you feel. And the other place, obviously this comes from people projecting shame onto us. And if you grew up like I did in a household that was just did not mirror a lot of value, it's an understatement, but did not mirror a lot of value, we grew up feeling less than, not enough, not worthy of being loved, just plain unworthy in general. And so they make that whole dynamic thing of not being valued and not sort of growing up, learning to believe we're not valuable, not worthy of love, and all that stuff, makes it even easier to then minimize our own circumstances, because we don't deserve to have this, we don't deserve to that, to have that. And also, like, one of the big reasons, I was chatting with Dr. Dave today. I love him. We had lunch at a Chinese place. It was great. He said wonderful things about, actually, this is a good moment for this. He said, he asked me, why are you doing these videos? And I said, because I enjoy them so much. They're fun. And then he asked me again and again. He does that. And then he says, because it's the right thing to do. And so you're helping so many people. And I got a chill up my back, because I'm helping lots of people. And some people have said some very nice things to me. But he's like food for my spirit, because that is the whole point. The whole point. I'm not out. I mean, it isn't my goal to be rich and famous. Maybe as you can tell by the monster hat. I mean, I'm just kind of very real. And this is my Montana jacket. It's nice and warm. And my goal, my motive, not even my goal, I don't know. My motivation, I said this to him at the Chinese place, is to channel value to other people. And literally, if I reach one person and their life is made better and lighter because of these videos of just one person, this was a very good use of my life minutes. And I said to Dr. Dave at lunch today, is that this is so authentic for me. I just feel in the flow zone, because I know what it's like to not feel valuable. Like, kind of intellectually or cognitively knowing I was a good person at that way back when I kind of knew I was a good kid. But I was so full of self-doubt because it wasn't mirrored for me, that I, questioned constantly. And I felt like I had to do stuff to be a good person, even to just so I believed I was a good person myself. It wasn't necessary to impress anybody else. So I know it's excruciating to not feel worthy of the ground you walk on. And so one of my main, one of my main motivations in this life is to channel that value to other people so that they can see their own value, because everything you need, you already have inside of you. I mean, that's kind of cliche, but it's so true. And I was talking with Dr. Dave about this earlier today, is because I remember feeling so clouded over. So it's not like I'm actually putting anything in anybody. I don't have the power to do that. And that's not even what it's about. It's about helping to clear away that fog so that you can see your own value. It's already there. We're all linked. We're all, a very, omnipotent divine intelligence is in charge of all of us. Sure as heck isn't me. All I'm trying to do is, maybe I'm a little bit further down the path, and I know what it's like to be clouded over. I know what the process is like to not be clouded over, and then I know what it's like to be, I'm going to say somewhat, because I'm not a Zen monk, somewhat enlightened, really, truly enlightened along the authentic journey, and really knowing who I am, being so comfortable in my own skin, loving life, loving chasing my passions around. And so really, in answer to Dr. Dave, I said, really, I'm just like he is, actually. We're the same this way. I'm led around by my inner voice. That's the truth. And it just chats all the time. And currently, my inner voice is saying, make videos about authenticity and seeing your value and learning how to control your thoughts, so that you can learn to feel better and do better and live the highest vibration of yourself. So that is the motivation here. So all that said, today's video, which also has a lot to do with self-value and worthiness, because when we do feel whole and complete, we are not as apt to minimize our situation. We can allow ourselves to feel without judgment. We can have thoughts without judgment, even if they're bad. Who cares? As long as you don't act on them, it doesn't make a difference. You feel how you feel, that's it. And so to realize that you are worthy enough and valuable enough and lovable enough to be exactly who you are as you are, with all your imperfections and all your thoughts and feelings about whatever, that you are okay, beautiful and perfect. I don't use that word much. I don't like that word usually. We're talking about the spirit, you are perfect. And we're spiritual beings having a human experience and not the other way around. So that's it. Don't minimize. You are valuable. You are worthy. You're worthy of all the great things of love and all the huge abundance out there that could possibly happen to you. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off with very numb fingers from northern Vermont in the woods. Have a mindful day.